Hi. Hey, hey, hey. Hi, everybody. I'm Dee Dee from Dee Dee's Fan Den, and along with my co-host Annette of A Mystery Smell Guardians and Jenna of Jenna P 2005, we welcome you to the 5th Aquarium Haul giveaway, hosted by the Fishfam.link YouTube channel. Now, this series of live streams has been created to provide an opportunity for the community to spotlight their aquarium-based businesses or for others to spotlight an aquarium-based business of their choosing. Now, if you're new to this channel, let me share how this aquarium haul giveaway works. A business or individual contacts us at fishfam.link@gmail.com, and once that sponsorship has been determined, a guest shopper or either the sponsor themselves will select items from the sponsor's website during the live stream, and the items are placed in a cart. And sometime during the live stream, a giveaway is done, and a lucky person in the chat will win the items that are placed in the cart. Now, depending on where you live, some restrictions may apply, and I believe you have to be 18 to win. Now, I'm going to turn this over to Jenna so she can introduce our guest and our sponsor today.
Hi. So our guest shopper today is Dr. Kelly Foreman. And Kelly, you're not just shopping with us. You also have donated this giveaway.
Well, Fat Kitty did.
Fat Kitty, of course.
Fat Kitty did, of course. He took my
knows her credit card by heart by now.
True.
So where are we going?
We are shopping at Dan's Fish, my favorite fish retailer.
We're gonna.
And hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I see some faces I don't know yet, so I'm very excited to make your acquaintance. Let's go shopping.
This is one of your favorite places to shop too, isn't it?
It has. So I have ordered 282 fish from Dan, and all of them have arrived alive. So I have a good streak going. So he has his success rate published right there is 98.38% for the last 12 months. But I've beat those odds. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I am an enthusiastic customer of Dan's Fish. I highly recommend them. That's why I'm doing this giveaway. So
why do you think his success rate is so high?
So first of all, it comes from the very beginning of when they receive the fish. So the fish are all quarantined, they're all carefully inspected, they're medicated if necessary, and they're observed for health. And then they're in a warehouse facility that has a flow-through system where the water continuously flows through the tank. And so they have like a continuous water change. I'm not sure how often the water is changed in it, but it's several gallons every hour flows through the system. And I can tell you that water changes are part of aquarium success. And the more water changes you do, the more successful you'll be. And most of us probably only change water once a week. But if you could manage to change even more than that, your fish would probably really love it. And these fish do. So they're healthy fish. And then when you go to order them, the fish are each packaged individually. So not 5 or 10 fish crammed in a bag, but 1 fish per bag that is carefully sealed and is packed with oxygen. And then they are all overnight shipped. So, and yes, Scotty, I want you to do water changes. I want you to do them every week, 50%. It's not just me who wants that, it's your fish. So, yeah, but they are all shipped overnight. So there's no waiting around for them to, see if, they're going to survive 5 days in the mail. But, yeah, so that's the secret to getting healthy fish. start healthy, take good care of them, quarantine them, feed them well, and then when you sell them, pack them well and ship them overnight. And it works. So I think that you'll be very happy with whatever fish I have. And I know that a lot of us in the chat have ordered from Dan before. And I think that a lot of us can share our positive experiences that we've had. So I know, Jenna, you've gotten fish from Dan.
Yes, Stephen and I have ordered probably 100 fish from Dan, and I think we've only had one
Yeah, I think
DOA,
so.
so we're probably at a 99% success rate.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And obviously you're happy customers because you keep wanting to
Yes.
buy more. So yeah. So some of the fish that I've ordered a lot of rainbows from Dan because I have lots of rainbows behind me, next to me. I've ordered fish for my pond. I've ordered fish for other people as gifts. Ordered Corey's, Daniel's. So just a lot of different fish. And I've always been really, really happy. So, and I really like the Dan's Fish channel. I think that he provides really good education. I think the videos are edited so well. I wonder who's
Yes,
doing
they are
that.
amazing.
They're edited so well. I wonder who's doing that. So, but it's always a very good source of information especially if you're a beginner. It's a good place to learn how to take care of fish. And I've learned a lot from Dan. So I really appreciate that. And if you need customer support, you'll get an answer right away. You'll get good information right away, and you won't be waiting to get your email replied to. So
Is
yeah.
there somewhere you can go to get like his weekly shipping report?
Yes, his live stream. So his live stream is at 9 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday nights on his channel, and he starts every week with the shipping report. So, and you can also see the shipping report on the website right there, and it's updated monthly with the percent arrival in the last 12 months, and there's also a random review. So, and the
I like
reviews
that too.
it's 4.96 out of 5, which is pretty good for how many reviews there are. There's hundreds of reviews. Yeah, there's over 1,000 reviews.
Yep.
And you're never going to have 100% because there's always someone who's not happy. But
This is a good point. Don't just email him, just to
yeah.
talk.
Yeah, so you can email hello@dansfish.com for questions about your orders, and they will get back to you right away. Or if you just have a question about a certain fish, like if you don't know if you can keep your Corys at 80 degrees, you could ask, if it doesn't say on the website. So that's a question
And he
you
does
could ask.
answer questions in his live stream.
He does, but it's a very busy live stream, so he may not get to them. But you could always email and ask the question if there's something you wanted to know about. So, yeah. So, and Dee Dee says, I ordered rainbows several years ago. Still have the ones that didn't mess up and take them out. Yeah, I have some that are pretty old too. My Apes Creek Bosemane are very beautiful fish. I have lots of pictures of them on Instagram. I have some videos on my channel of them, and they look really, really good. So I've been really happy with them. And I ordered those, I think, almost 3 years ago. So, yeah, lots of happy fish. So yeah, should we go shopping?
Yes.
Yes.
Where do you want to start?
So if you click on, let's see, all the different varieties. Yeah, scroll down. So Dan has it organized by some general categories. So, and some of these I like more than others. Like I'm never going to get a pleco. I don't like plecos. But if you like plecos, you can buy them here. Let's start with the rainbow fish, my favorite variety of fish.
We're not going here.
Where are we not going? The plecos. We're not going to the plecos. I don't like plecos.
What?
Also, I can't afford to give you plecos because some of those they're spendy. Let's go to
Kelly needs a
rainbows.
shirt with a pleco and a line drawn through it.
No plecos. I don't like plecos. I don't like guppies either.
my whole tank design.
I know, it's your whole thing. So some of the fish, so some of these I bought from Dan. I can also tell you about some of them that I really like. Threadfin rainbows, those are a really fun community fish if you want to click on that. I really love these. So these I think would be appropriate for, I would put them in at 29 at least, but they have really beautiful behavior. They have really beautiful fins. They were one of the first. They're not true rainbows. They're erythrina, so they're related to them, but they're closer related than pseudomicals are, and they're just really beautiful. The males have more showy fins than the females. They're very hard to breed because the eggs are so tiny. So, but they're very nice. So that's one I like. Just look at a few fish I like. I'll go ahead and scroll. Kamaka rainbow fish. So that's Melanitania kamaka. That's a beautiful fish. And this is a cool one because both the males and the females are showy, which is not common in Melanitania. A lot of times the females are quite drab. But in these, both the males and the females look good. They also don't get too big. They'll get probably
Right
no
here.
bigger than 3 inches. So these you could put in like a 40 breeder. And I actually have some of these in my 40 breeder. I didn't get these from Dan though. I got these from Foxconn. Because she bred them for me. But they're very nice fish, and I do recommend them. So if people were looking for a nice rainbow, this is a good one.
I also saw one that.
My
you have
favorite
and we
rainbow
have.
fish. My favorite rainbow fish. This is probably my favorite fish, and I have this one. This is Melanitania picta. There's even a video you can watch about an unboxing of Melanitania picta, and maybe a mod can drop a link for it because I contributed to this video a little bit, just a little tiny bit. But yes, I love this fish. This is a bigger rainbow. So this one is going to get probably like 5 inches. I mean, it takes a while. Rainbows take a long time to look good, but I really, really love this one. They're so pretty. The females are not as showy as the males, but they're not bad. But they get really great colors. You can't judge what they look like from this picture because they look nothing
I would
like
say
that. Yep, that's
this
a much
one
better.
is
Yeah,
probably.
that's a pretty
Wow.
fair picture. That's a pretty fair picture.
Is that the same fish from Myrtle's profile picture, or is that a different one?
No, he has a Bosemani.
Yeah, but that's a great fish. So pretty. And mine look like that, so they're nice. So I recommend that one. If we scroll, I'll tell you about some others that I really like. Melanitania bosemani itinjo. So there are several different catch locations of bosemani, and they're the same species. They're just from different places and caught at different times. I have the Aves Creek. I recommend either the itinjo or the Aves Creek.
Yeah,
they're beautiful fish.
The difference is more in the like blue to lighter yellowy orange to
I don't really
purple.
I don't think that's necessarily true because if you look at these when they're more mature, they are very hard to tell apart. I think the itinjos get a little bit redder in the tail, and the Aves Creek are a little bit more day glow orange, but they're both very, very colorful. Very, very beautiful. I don't think that picture does them justice at all. I have some videos on my channel if you want to see mine. I also have, that is actually one of my pictures when they were much younger, but I have some pictures of them more recently, and they're so colorful and so beautiful. The females are kind of drab in these. That's a female. And the females also stay really small.
That's not that bad for a female.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad, but compared to the male, they also stay, the females are really tiny. But there is a rumor that Aves Creek stay small. Not true. They're going to get pretty big. So like for Aves Creek, you would need a bigger tank for these. I'm going to say a 75 is what I would put them in. Maybe some people would put them in a 55, but I think a 75 would be better. So that's a nice one. Let's see. The
Did
very
you,
first rainbow I ever had was Melanitania praecox. This is a good for a 29. I had these in a 29, and I love these. Both the males and the females are attractive. The males have red fins, and the females have yellow fins. So,
I didn't know that.
yeah, so they're easy to sex, and they're nice fish. They're good community fish. They get a couple inches, 2 to 3 inches at maximum size. They behave well with communities. Yeah, they're nice fish. Nice fish. Very pretty. So, Melanitania sexlineata
This one?
tababile. I don't have this one, but I kind of want this one. This is one that doesn't get too big. So it stays about the size of the praecox, but you can't really tell it from this picture, but they have lipstick on. They have pink
Yeah, you
lips.
can see in this one.
Yeah, they have pink lips, and they get the most gorgeous gold color, sometimes tinged with green. They're really a flashy fish, and they don't get too big. You could keep them in a smaller
pretty.
tank, like a 29 or a 40.
That'd be
I
a
think they'd be
great
okay.
fish for what the fish. Pretend
Those are really pretty fish. I always recommend them to people, and nobody ever listens to me. But if you want to look at good pictures of mature rainbow fish, I suggest the Facebook group Rainbow Fish Live. I'm a moderator on it. There's over 10,000 members globally, and there's thousands and thousands of pictures of rainbow fish that are, and many of them are mature and beautiful. So you can really see what these look like. And rainbow fish just take time to look good. But I really, really like this one. And someday maybe I'll get them, but I want them all. So,
Well, Kelly, that video that you and Steven did is where I got the idea to get rainbows from.
Oh, I love that. I love rainbows so much. I have other fish, but the rainbows, they have my heart. They have my heart. So this is a nice one though. So if we go back, look at some more rainbows. So let's see. So I have some, I have had Melanitania species Kyungo. That's a nice one. That one has pink fins. That one has really cool, like pink salmon fins. That's a nice fish. That one gets kind of big. Kind of standard Melanitania sizes. It ends up being about 4 to 5 inches. So again, you're going to want I would say like a 75 for that. Would be good. But they're very, very pretty. Very nice fins. And again, this is a juvenile fish. You're going to get a juvenile fish. Rainbow, if when you order them, there's really nowhere you can order a mature rainbow fish from. Maybe you can find one at auction, but good luck with that. But they're going to go for a lot of money. So you get them and you just, keep them a long time. Rainbow fish can live over a decade.
Wow.
So, they're a fish you make a commitment to. If you're a sort of person who likes to switch out your fish. So I have these. So, but we'll go back and look at some others.
Now, is the reason they call them rainbow is because there's so many kinds, or is it because when you look at one front on and you have light, that you see all these shimmers of rainbow colors?
It's the iridescence. They're hard to photograph sometimes because they're very iridescent and shimmering. And I'm looking at the ones behind me, and they change colors too, depending on mood, depending on time of day. Mm-hmm. If you just turn the lights on, if they're worked up with the males are sparring. So they do change colors a lot too, and some more than others. but I have yet to see a rainbow that wasn't beautiful. So let's see. I have a Chilatharina eleni wapoga. So this is one I got from Dan, and I have 15 of these. And they are, so these get 3 to 4 inches long, but they stay skinny. So this would be a good choice for Zen Ginger, who does not like fat rainbow fish. She body shames rainbow fish, but this one stays kind of torpedo shaped. And the color on these is really stunning. So like I'm looking at mine right now, and they have like yellow and blue and orange fins, and I mean, they get really, really nice. I will say that the females are kind of drab on this one. They look kind of like just a stripy minnow, but the males are really incredible. This is a very popular rainbow for a reason. Yep.
Is this
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. And that's,
representative?
yeah. Once they're really mature, yeah, that's what they look like. They're really great fish. And they don't get too big. And just really, everybody loves these. They're popular for a reason.
What's this one called again?
Chilatharina eleni, and then from
Wow.
Wapoga, because there's also the ones
Okay.
from Sirawo, which are also pretty, but I really like the Wapoga ones. They're really,
That's pretty.
really nice.
Have
Yeah.
you heard of this one, Kelly?
Yeah, those
Callie?
are nice. The Chilatharina Kaliawalam. Yeah, there's some nice ones of those. Those get cool kind of like black specks on them, and they're blue. Yeah, it's a nice one. Those will get pretty big. Chilatharinas, some of them get really big. Not the Wapogas, but other ones. They get really big. So the Chilatharina eleni ropoga red form, that is a naturally occurring mutation, and they have redder fins. So they cost more, but if I had to do it over again, I probably would have bought these because they look really great.
Zoltan asked, "Can you use these as a centerpiece fish?"
No, the rainbows are just kind of not centerpiece fish. Like you want to get a small group of them because you want to make sure you get some males and some females. It's just, yeah, you want to have a small group of them.
It could be a centerpiece if your centerpiece is a group.
There you go. You could have, I
Yeah.
mean, you could have a group of these and then some other fish with them, but they would have to be a fish that tolerated really boisterous fish. So, for instance, when I was a newer fish keeper, I had Melanitania praecox, and they're community fish, but I had cardinal tetras in with it, and they're just not happy because they're too boisterous. They're just too zippy. They're too quick to the food, and shirefish just don't really like that. So I never would pick a rainbow as a centerpiece fish. They're kind of just not. And Steven says you don't need a centerpiece fish with rainbows. Yeah, just get rainbows. You're not going to regret it.
Oh, looks like you got a question up there.
So I heard that Dancefish does plants now. Does Kelly have any plant recommendations from them? I have ordered plants from Dan, and they have all come in alive. So we'll get to that, but we're gonna talk about rainbows first. So yeah, because that's exciting. Let's see. Melanitania trifasciata from Cohen River. Oh wow, these are really great. You can't tell from this picture, but all of the trifasciatas are fabulous. The Cohen River gets like a blue purple, really prominent stripes, great looking fins. All of the trifasciatas look great, and they all look so different. It's amazing how much polymorphism is in that species. There's just so much diversity. But yeah, this is a cool one. There's some great pictures of this one on Rainbow Fish Live. So I would recommend this one. I don't have it, but I want it. I want it.
Is it, let's see, this one?
Yeah, that's an okay picture. It's not great. They get better. They get even
Oh, I
better.
have one of those.
You have Cohen Rivers?
I think I
Goiter
have one
River.
like that.
Goiter River is the most famous Melanitania trifasciata, which is a nice fish. That's a terrible picture of Goiter River. Oh, that's a good picture. That one that's really red. Yeah. If you like
That's
red, Goiter River is a good one for you, or Blythe River. Either one of those look very similar. That's a nice fish if you like red, which I am not super into red. It's not my favorite, but I like bluefish. So, but Cohen River, really, really nice. Like it kind of surprised me. I always kind of wrote it off. And then some people started showing their like mature ones, and I was like, oh, so nice. So yeah.
Now, does Dan's Fish normally carry most of these all the time?
Pretty frequently. I mean,
Mhm.
some come and go into stock. There is a wish list you can put your name on if you're waiting for a species to come back into stock, is nice. But yeah, so this is the wish list, and there I have some on my wish list. And I have some of these that I've gotten from Dan too that have
Yeah,
come back
we
in out of
have these.
Kalitawa. I have some of those. I didn't get them from Dan though, because I got them before Dan got them. I got them
We
from
got them from Dan, and they look really nice.
are really nice. And the females on those are very drab. The males are where it's at. So I have some Radnocentris. I don't have that catch location. Chilatharina blairii, that's a great fish. I don't have that one, but that one changes colors like crazy. It gets huge though. It gets almost 6 inches.
Oh wow.
So you would probably want maybe bigger than a 90 for that one. And I don't have that one because they do get quite big. But I mean, the color on those, like, I mean, that picture doesn't do it justice. So, yeah. So there's lots of good rainbows. I want more rainbows. I always want more. Oh, there's one I have. A Melanitania goldii from Kyunga. I have those. And mine, I just got them a couple months ago, so mine are still coloring up. But I have other Melanitania goldii fish, not from Dan, but from a breeder, and they're pretty great. So yeah, there are lots of great rainbows, and if you want a particular one, that zigzag rainbow fish is Melanitania doridii, or Glossolepis doridii. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
That one gets really cool looking because it has really fine red stripes, and as it matures, the stripes will have more contrast. They'll look even better. And that's a really nice fish. It's going to get pretty big. It's going to get pretty big, kind of standard rainbow fish size. But it's a really nice one. And it's named after Dan Doherty, who was a really nice guy. So, let's see if there's the Goiter. There's the Goiter River. It's very popular. If you like red, Goiter River is for you. I mean, I'm not super into red, but people who like red. Melanitania Habgood River. I had a group of those, and unfortunately, I lost them because I had a filter accident. It was very sad. I lost those. I would like to get those again. But the Habgood rivers get really, really purple, and they're a trifasciata and trifasciata. All look really great. So that's a nice one, especially if you like purple. If you like blue purple fish, really pretty. So Habgood River, worth putting on your wish list, worth waiting for. I probably will get some of those eventually. So should we look at some non-rainbow fish? I mean, it's a little hard
Sure.
to fathom. I mean, there's some more rainbows on here I have, but they're not in stock. So, gobies and gudgeons. I have a bunch of gobies. I have bought a lot of gobies from Dan, and I love gobies. They're probably my favorite bottom dweller, I would say. So let's see if there are any of these. I don't think he has any of the ones in stock that I have,
Yeah. Do
because
you
I have
have this
a
one?
lot of the neon blue gobies. Yeah, they're a Stiphodon. I
That's
also have
something I don't have.
I have the Stiphodon atropurpureus too, which is below that little red guy, the little Larius. Yeah, the Stiphodon atropurpureus. Nice little goby. Nice fins. The ones I got from Dan were so good shape, very fat bodies. If I were to give people advice on gobies to keep, you need a really mature tank. Your tank, I'm going to say, needs to be at least 6 months old. Myrtle would tell you a year old. And that's because they graze on alflux, which is like the bacteria and algae and slime in a tank. And they really need to graze all day long, so you need a very mature tank. So Nate says,
Nate,
those are cute. Are they
I'm
community fish? The gobies, yes. They are. They're very happy in a community. And I think I have like almost 20 of them because they're very tiny. They're like 2 inches long and skinny bodies at most. They're really tiny. So I have a ton of them. They're smaller than autocinkless, let's put it that way. So that's why I have so many of them. And I really like them. They're fun fish. Gobies are lots of fun. So, and mine have looked great from Dan. In this tank, I have some other gobies from Dan. I have Sicyopterus ocellaris, which are a bigger goby, and they're very nice. They're fun to watch. So QC Aquaholic says they stay on the smaller side too, like panda cories. Yeah, they're very small fish. They're good. They're good for nano tanks. I think you could put these in a 10-gallon tank, a bunch of them, and they would be very happy. But a mature tank. Yeah. So QC Aquaholic says, I got 10 Corydoras napoensis for $80 at the Aquatic Expo. I about fainted when I saw how cheap they were. I don't know that, Corey, but I'll tell you this. I like cheap Corys. I am not into designer Corys. I will pay a lot of money for a rainbow, but I kind of like cheap Corys. So should we look at Corys? Dan has tons of Corys. So if you're a person who likes fancy Corys, he's got those. If you're a person who likes cheap Corys, like I do, he has those. So like Panda Cory, that's a nice Cory, and it's a budget, $10 a fish. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And I have ordered Corys from Dan. They have all come in really well. I have Corydoras equus. I have Corydoras pygmea from Dan, and they have both come in really, really nice. I have ordered Orange Venezuelan as a gift, and they came in really nice. And Stephen and Jenna have Venezuelan Corys, and they're nice. Bex also has those, and they're nice.
Here is
any Corys.
the napoensis.
Napoensis. Oh, so $15 a fish. So I guess you did get a good deal. But
we have ordered Corys from Dan. We've gotten Adolphoi. We've gotten Smudge Spot. And that might be all the Corys that we've gotten.
Yeah. The green gold Corys look pretty cool. The gold laser Corys look pretty cool. Yeah, there's a waiting list also for Corys. I have Corydoras equus. Mine are in really good shape. They are not a cheap Cory.
No.
But I like cheap Corys. I'm a fan of cheap Corys. So because like you want a big group of Corys. Like they're so happy in big groups. So like if you have 20 of a particular Cory, they're gonna really like that. So QC Aquaholic says about a year ago I couldn't find any for cheaper than $40 each. Wow. Well, they're $15 each at Dan. So I mean, maybe they're just cheaper everywhere now. Maybe are they easy to breed? I don't know. I don't really breed fish. That's kind of not something I do. So what group should we look at next?
Did you want to look at plants since Matt asked about?
We could look at plants. Dan does not have many plants in stock right now. I have been happy with the plants I have gotten. I have not gotten any of these though.
Where's the duckweed? You should have duckweed available.
I can't imagine charging for duckweed, but I guess some people do sell duckweed.
I buy duckweed.
Yeah. I think Dan is getting out of the plants business at least for now. So a plant is a good thing to like sneak in with your fish order if you have room in your box. Yeah. I would say. And
we have recommendations to look at killifish.
We could look at killifish. I'm not a killie person, but I know that Dan just got in a bunch of killies. He had some in his most recent video.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that Aphenius Bento is pretty cool. The Funnel-Pencheck Gardener Eye, I know that's a really pretty killie that lots of people like. There are lots of cool killies. I don't really know. I've only had one killie ever. I've had Golden Wonder killies, and that was it. And yeah. But there are killies in stock now. I know Dan is always trying to get more killies, but it's hard to find good killie sources. So I don't know, Dee Dee.
Pretty. I just don't have any.
Dee Dee, have you had any killies?
No. They're pretty though.
They are pretty. They are pretty.
I've never had gobies either, but I keep saying I want to get some. I never do, but
Well, I mean,
every time I see them, I think, oh, I need to get some of those.
There's so many great fish. I mean, so many great fish, so little time. Speaking of, what time do we need to start the giveaway?
Well,
I better put some
probably
stuff
in the
my
next
cart soon.
Yeah, probably in the next 10 minutes or so.
Okay, I mean, I'll have to put some stuff in my cart soon. Should we look at loaches? I love loaches.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So, some loaches are snail eaters. I would never get those, Annette. You know how it feels about the pond snails.
Sorry, I have some of that.
I know. But Geek Boy has told me that the rosy loaches will not eat snails because they are very, very tiny, tiny fish. And I kind of want to get a bunch of those.
Oh no, we're gonna trust Geek Boy.
He would never kill my snails. He knows that they're Jake's favorite. So I have all these expensive rainbow fish, and all Jake cares about are the pond snails.
Good boy.
I know. His Facebook group is Pond Snail Protectors, just like Annette has Mystery Snail Guardians. Oh, tiny kitty's meowing. Oh, tiny kitty. What? Do you hear her?
Yes.
She's meowing.
Honey hairs.
Oh.
Oh.
So, some fun fish. Jenna, did you get your coolies from Dan?
I don't think we got our coolies from Dan. I got the reticulated hill stream loaches for my tank from Dan.
Very
and
nice.
when we were at Disney, they community bred, and I spotted 5 babies at once yesterday.
Wow. I have been told by Marcel Worthrick, if you have piles of rocks in your tank, that they'll just spawn and spawn and spawn and spawn and spawn.
I do. They are by a pile of rocks, and they have dug out a little cave under there.
Wow. That's fun. They are cute little fish.
Mm-hmm.
So another fish.
My very first win that I got for aquatic creatures was coolie loaches off of Dan's fish.
Nice. Coolies are cute. I don't have any coolies because they'll slurp up my snails. I have had Sith monkey loaches before. They still stay really small. I've thought about getting them again, but I don't want my snails to get eaten because Jake will be sad.
I think, are these the ones that
the new flaps?
Mm-hmm,
I kind of
almost look like they're shimmering.
I kind of want to get some of those, but again, like, what tank would I put them in? But man, those are so cool. There's a short of those on Dan's channel, and they do look really cool. They do look really cool. I hear a meow. Meow. So loaches are pretty fun. I don't know. The loaches in the cart. I don't know. Scotty says Kelly needs more tanks. You know, Scotty, I don't want more tanks. I just want the tanks I have to be bigger. I like bigger tanks. Size over quantity any day. Bigger is better. Because a big tank is the same amount of work as a small tank. So
You just need a tank stretcher.
I do need a tank stretcher. I need a different house. That's what I need. So let's see. What should we look at next?
We should look up at water worms.
Water
snakes.
water
worms.
snakes, brookleaves. That's where the puffers are. Now we have some puffer lovers in this stream. Not Annette though. And I don't want puffers either, Annette. They will kill the snails.
Steven's
Murder
on my list.
beans, the pea puffers. I know Bex has bought pea puffers from Dan, and she was very happy with how fat and sassy they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got our puffer, which looks like it's
The Congo
sold out.
spotted puffer. Boy, if you want those, you gotta jump on them when they come into spot. Put them in your wish list because they sell out fast because they are hard to get in stock and then they take a long time to get healthy. But Dan he invests months into getting his puffers healthy. And I know Jenna, your puffer looks good, right? I've seen pictures. Yeah.
She hangs out at the front of the tank now, just kind of she swims around occasionally, and then whenever she's resting, she just sits right at the front and waits to be fed.
Wow. That's really cool. Nice. And I see there's some Amazon puffers. That's a pretty puffer. I don't know much about those, but on Dan's channel, he has a really good video on how to care for Amazon puffers.
I think Amazon puffers are considered a community puffer.
Yes, they are. I think, yes, they are. And there's 14 of them in stock.
Oh, there's larger ones too.
So yeah. So if you want a big one or a small one. But yeah, so Nathan says, yes, puffers. I'm thinking about getting some soon. Which species of puffer? Audra Meyer says that her Congo spotted puffer is from Dan. That's awesome. And I know Leo also has a Congo spotted puffer from Dan, and he's very happy with his puffer because he's posting pictures of her all the time. So he loves his puffer, his potato. So yeah, Pyle says, I will get an Amazon puffer eventually. That's cool. People love puffers. I have never had a puffer. Burmese clouded archers are a cool fish, and I know Bunny Viper has some of those she got from Dan, and she really loves those fish. They're very pretty.
The archer fish are the ones that like spit out of the water, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So if you have flies flying around your room, they'll try to catch them. That's pretty cool. So yeah, toothpick fish. Foxan has some of those. Those are teeny, tiny little fish. So there's lots of cool oddball fish in the oddball group. These are not related to each other. They're in the oddballs. So African butterfly fish, that's a pretty fish. Mormorids, those are super cool. African knife. So that is not related to your knife fish, Jenna. I think those are not related. They just look the same, but they're not the same genus, I believe. So rope fish. Brooklyn likes her rope fish, her nope ropes.
Yeah, her danger noodle.
Her danger noodle, right. Yeah. So Zoltan says golden white cloud minnows and golden tetras. Dan does have white clouds in stock right now. And I'm thinking about getting some from one of my ponds. I have 5 ponds outside, and I have some open ponds I need to fill.
Oh, so, you said
white clouds.
White clouds. That's gonna be.
I think they're in Cyprinidae. I think. I'm not sure. Bex has Odessa barbs from Dan, and she really likes those.
I think she has black ruby barbs.
Oh, black ruby barbs. You're right.
They are pretty too.
They are pretty. They're pretty. Yeah, her barbs.
Rummy nose rasboras from Dan.
Those are beautiful fish. Pandagaras, you have many Pandagaras.
Yes.
Royal White Cloud Mountain Minnow. I was thinking about getting some of those. So those are a different species of white cloud. They're a Vietnamese white cloud. So they're the same genus but different species. I was thinking maybe getting those. They're not expensive.
No.
Those are good in a pond, and I can overwinter those as long as the pond doesn't freeze solid. The longfin white clouds. I thought about getting some of those because longfins are so pretty. White clouds are a great fish. So forgiving. Just great for beginners.
Mine made it outside all winter.
Yeah, well, not as cold where you live as where I live, but
Mhm.
as long as I don't, as long as I keep the pond from freezing over 100% with a small heater, air stones, they do make it. So I also have rice fish from Dan, and they made it through the winter also. Craig says, I hate winter. It's not even that cold where you live, though it is winter right now. So you have my condolences. So,
Mhm.
but like, I live in a cold place. So, yeah. So long. That's a fish that I may end up getting some of those. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I have 3 open ponds, and I need to put fish in them soon because mosquitoes. So Zoltan says, I love my white clouds. I got a mix of long fins, short fins, and 24 carats. That's pretty cool. Yeah, white clouds are great fish. Very hardy. I have kept them before. I've kept them in ponds before, but many years ago. And they're nice. So yeah. But we need to make a decision pretty
Yep.
soon, right? And put something in our
Yes.
cart. What
Have
should
you
we
made a
buy?
decision?
What should we buy? I mean, maybe we should go back to that oddball category and see if there's anything we should buy.
Let's see. Do you have anything from the oddball category
I
in your house?
I do have an oddball. Definitely not a puffer. I don't have a puffer. But I have some red tail eels.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have 8 of these, and they are
I've been hearing about those lately.
oh my god, they're so cute. So I have a video of them on my channel if you want to see what they look like in a tank. So these do not get that big. So I've had mine since January, and they are probably 5 inches right now. Maybe they'll get a little bit bigger. I'm not sure. They are good community fish. They don't jump. They don't get too big. They eat flakes. They eat pellets. They're so cute. They're fun to watch, like rooting around your plants with their little noses. Oh, they're so cute. They have cool tails.
Now, how are they with shrimp and stuff like that?
I don't know if I'd trust them with my shrimp. That's a good question. So the only shrimp I have in this tank are Amanos, and my Amanos are huge. I mean, they're like 2-inch Amanos, so they're not going to go after those. I think they would probably pick off shrimplets. Would they go for if you have a well-planted community tank, your shrimp population would probably be okay. I imagine if I had shrimp in this tank, they'd probably be okay, but I would not trust them. Like if you had shrimp you really, really care about, I would not put an eel in with them. I mean, I think that Grant Eater, doesn't he say not to put any fish in with shrimp you care about?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows more than I do about shrimp. I'm not really a shrimp expert. But I would not trust them. Yeah. But I love these fish. I have 8 of them. I bought 4 of them and I love them so much. I bought 4 more. So I just think they're so cute. And I think we're going to buy a couple of these.
Okay.
Oh,
So
nice.
let's put 2 in our cart. And I hear some meowing. Yeah, we're going to put
So-
2 in our cart.
We don't have kitty fish,
Okay.
right?
No, you could.
So these
Yes.
are $55 a piece.
I'm gonna get 2 of them, and I'm gonna cover shipping.
So that is already over $100.
It is. So you better take good care of them if you win them.
And what do we want the hashtag to be to win a pair of dwarf red-tail eels?
Well, I mean, given that the sponsor of this is Fat Kitty, it has to be hashtag Fat Kitty. Oh, yes. And Nathan asked, does Dan have shrimp? He does have shrimp. He does have shrimp. I am not a shrimp expert. I have a couple shrimp, but I wouldn't, I think I know a lot more about fish than I do about shrimp. So, but yes, I love these eels so much. I think they are good for anyone who has at least a 29-gallon tank, community tank. I am not sure the temperature range. I keep them at 75. I would not put them in too hot or too cold of a tank. I know that the warehouse is 79 degrees and they're doing fine in that. So that would be okay. But I think they're kind of average tropical fish temperatures. Don't put them with like too violent of fish. Like these are community fish. Like don't put them in with I don't know, your largemouth bass or something. Like, you know, they need to be cared for. But if you have a 29-gallon or larger, they're going to be happy. They're not picky about food. They don't require a lid because they don't jump. They'll be happy in a nice planted tank. But if you don't have plants, as long as it's a clean, good community, they will be good also. You must be 18 to win. I will not buy you fish if you are under 18. You can't have someone play on your behalf if you're under 18. So, yeah. And you have to be in the United States because while Dan does ship to Canada, I don't know how much that would cost. It would probably be a lot. So, US only, sorry. That's the way it goes. But
Oh, would they be okay with discus?
it depends what temperature you keep your discus at. I mean, because some people keep their discus really hot, right?
Yes.
Yeah, usually around 80 degrees.
Yeah, and the warehouse is at 79. So maybe they would be okay. I know that they're not like violent or jumpy fish. So maybe they would be okay. I think they might be okay. I am not a discus expert, I will say. I've never had discus.
I know they're scaredy cats, you know, a lot of times.
Yeah, discus are scaredy cats, but these are not going to be annoying fish. They're they don't swim too zippy. They kind of just feel along in your plants and yeah, passing wind. I know that when they first got them, they thought they would only eat live foods, but they take their little noses and they'll vacuum up flakes. I think they would go for small pellets. I think they'll eat anything. They also really like baby brine shrimp. If you do want to hatch food out for them, they'd be happy. But I mean, I think they're pretty good community fish for a lot of different things. Annette asked if she could keep them with her goldfish, and I think it might be a little too cold for them without a heater. So I don't know about that. But I think they're good. They would be good in a lot of different tanks. So
How about with snails? Why guys asking?
I haven't. So I know that Johnny has said that he thinks that they eat up snails. But I'm looking at my tank where I have 8 of them, and I have 1 million snails, including Cleathon snails, which are a horny, right? And I have tons of ram's horn snails. So, I mean, I think they're okay. Would I put them in with your prize mystery snail? I don't think I would, just in case, because if you have, because it's an unknown quantity. But I'll say that I have a huge population of Cleton snails and I have a huge population of ramshorn snails that seems to be thriving despite 8 of these in my 90 gallon.
So Scotty has a question really quick. Can the winner add and fill the box? So I imagine this is a small box.
Yeah.
And Brookley received 2 eels in a small box. And I think there was 1 temp pack in there,
Yeah.
which means that 3 total fish might fit in
I
that
mean,
small box.
let's put it this way. After I order them, that is between you and Johnny. You could email Johnny. You could even pay to upgrade the box, probably. You know, you could pay the difference and then you could end up ordering more fish. But like, I'm paying for the 2 eels and the shipping on those 2 eels. But you could probably, I think they could work it out. Dan has great customer service. You'll be working with him to get these shipped to you anyways, to make sure that you're home to receive them. And I think it's possible you could upgrade to a bigger box also. So.
Okay. Well, it is 5:56. We have 4 minutes left. I think we should say stop.
Stop.
That way.
Good luck, everyone. I hope you love these eels when you get them, because I love mine.
Let me check. Okay.
Good luck.
So I'm going to go ahead and spin.
Good song.
And that is Crystal.
Oinky.
Oinky has the best luck at my giveaway. Congratulations! I'm so happy for you. You are gonna love these eels, girl. You are gonna love them.
So, Crystal, email Fishfam.link at gmail.com. And I think Kelly probably also already has your address, but
I do, but
we
send
just
it
want to
again.
make sure.
Yeah, we need your full name, your address, your email address, because I'm going to buy these and then I'm going to turn you over to Johnny, the customer service rep at Dan's Fish, and he's going to work with you on shipping. So, congratulations, Oinky! Yay! You're going to love these guys. And Stevie, you should just buy yourself some of these because they're so cute. I love making Steven spend money. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, you're good at that.
I am good at it. They are so cute, though. I love these eels. He has 91 of them in stock. I mean, soon he's going to have 89 in stock, but... Oinky. Oh, you're going to make me cry. That's so nice of you.
That is very nice. I know that Stephen wants these. I don't know that my name should be attached to it. Since
I think Stephen may have actually passed out from the holding his breath.
Oh, Oinky, that is so nice of you. Wow, you have such a generous heart. Thank you. Because I know Stephen will love these. So, and Jenna will love them too. So, yeah. Oh, I love buying you guys fish, and Dan has your address, so I will get them ordered, and yeah. Oh, I'm so happy because I know Steven you guys are gonna love these eels. So wow, thank you. That just made my day because I've had kind of a hard weekend. So thank you. Anyways, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you to Fishfam.link. You know, I'm a big supporter of Fishfam.link. I am a Patreon of it. That's a great way to support Fishfam.link. This website does so much for our community. It's it's how we find about all the goings-ons, the events, everybody's channels, and I support the things that support us. So, you don't need your Netflix subscription. Netflix has gotten crappy and they're charging you too much money. So, you could drop that and you could support Fishfam.link instead. So
And
that's my plug.
if I can have some like full transparency here, just because a website is up doesn't mean that the work is not still being done. There is still so much work being done in the background, including that there was a glitch with the giveaway tool and there was active tech support happening behind the scenes to keep it running so that it would work for this.
Wow.
So,
I mean, and that is the commitment that the whole staff of Fishfam.link, because it's not just Matt. There are a lot of people who volunteer to make that site really good, including Jenna. She puts in a lot of work on that too. And, that's why I'm a supporter of Fishfam.link. So, $5 every month. Why not throw it toward that? So that's my plug for that. And that's why I did this giveaway, because I really believe in Fishfam.link. So, and I guess, well, thank you for having me on. So,
thank you so much.
yeah.
Okay. Well, we will see everyone next month. Thank you again so much, Kelly.
Oh, you are welcome.